once you have invoiced the visits, whether you did it automatically or manually, you are ready to process the payments. You can either run the credit card the customer has on file, or you receive check or cash and you need to mark that payment against the customer's invoice to zero out the balance and to take the customer out of your payments due queue. The payments due queue is under process payments link on the main page. So here you can see the customer's names. You can see whether the customer has a credit card on file. They will be marked with a CC. If the customer does not have a credit card, they pay by check. They will not have anything here. You will see the amount due. You will see whether the customer is current to 30 days or 60 or 90 days past due. The system will update this automatically. You can enter notes here if you wanted to. Enter notes here, and then you can edit or clear the notes. You have two options to receive the payment. You can either auto pay, which is processed by credit card, or mark paid, which is when you receive the cash or check, you want to mark that account as paid, send them a receipt, and zero out their balance. Once this balance is zero, this customer comes out of this payments due queue. You can also process it manually by running a credit card instead of just auto paying and putting a queue of all the credit cards. If, for example, you have a customer on the line and they want to give you their new credit card number and you want to make sure it works, you just have an option to go to this individual customer. You will update their credit card by going and update client information, update card, and then once you update the card, you will go back on the payments due queue, and then whichever client that was, you click on pay. Their new credit card will be updated here, and you click submit. That's kind of the manual individual way to run the payments. The way I do it personally, I just either I first select everybody who owes me money by credit card. Since the majority of my customers are credit card, I just select all, or I can individually select those clients, or in my case, I'm going to select all. I'm just going to go ahead and unselect the ones that pay by check. And if for some reason you missed and forgot to unselect somebody who's paying by check, that's fine too. Nothing will happen. You'll just receive a red flag from the system that this customer does not have credit card on file. So nothing will go out to the customer. So you will want to select everybody that needs to be processed by credit card, and you click on Pay Selected. Once you click on this Pay Selected button, the system will queue all these payments and it will communicate with your payment processing service and Petsit Connect, and the Petsit Connect will store the customer's credit card information and run the payment using that credit card information, and the money will be deposited to the account wherever your payment servicing provider is. Once that transaction takes place, a customer will receive a receipt. And you will see, once you click Pay Selected, you will see this, it will say is queued, which means that the system queued up all those payments that you have just started running, and the system in the background will automatically run payments and process the payments on your account and send the receipts to the customers. If you have received a check or cash from a customer and you want to zero out their balance, you can do it either automatically here by mark paid, either selecting all or selecting them manually. Oops. Or selecting them manually, and then once you click on mark paid, the customer will receive a zeroed out invoice and this customer's name will come out of this queue. If you were wanting to do some manual work on this customer's account and you don't want to send a receipt or you want to do something else, you can always go to this customer's account and then create a new transaction, transaction date, amount, invoice number. Make sure you match it up to the invoice number and you click on post transaction. So now the account balance is 0. You can email now the invoice, send by email. The customer will receive then this zeroed out receipt, the visits, the payment, total due. Let's see here. So this particular invoice you can either print out or send by email, or you can edit it by putting a little personal note for the customer. Thank you for your business. And now you can send it by email after you edited it. So it's very flexible, and the system is very easy to use once you get used to all the functions.